What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're here for another Friday night workout. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do some more kickboxing related stuff, kung fu related stuff, martial arts. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. Awesome. So keeping up on our goals, we've been really having a showcase on roundhouse kicks, question mark kicks, all that. So we're gonna go through drills today on how to start helping your hip mobility. Now, I don't have the best hip mobility personally. But what I have been doing is I've been finding some new drills in order for to help out my hip mobility, and I've been doing that over the last couple of years. And so what's been happening is the hip mobility has been developing, especially over this last kind of 6-month period where I've integrated some of these drills that we're going to do today into my just normal routine whenever I'm warming up, or even when I'm not warming up, when I'm in it, and then I stop and remember, let's stretch. Stretching is such a key component to it, right? You can't get more flexible so you can kick higher without stretching. There's also a component to it, which is the strength aspect. Now, when you add the flexibility and the strength aspect together, you have mobility. So we're looking for mobility in our hips, not just flexibility, not just strength. We want to be able to kick hard, lift our leg up to whatever level we will need, but you also have to develop the flexibility and the strength together. So those are some of the key aspects that I was missing for the longest time, right? We were stretching, holding my leg up as super high, but without getting the strength aspect of it, I couldn't kick that high. So let's go ahead and stop talking about this because talk is cheap. We're here to work out, so let's have some fun. All right. Headphones on the ground from earlier. Before we can even get started in our stretching, we have to warm up. So we're gonna do a quick little warm up here. We're gonna do a kung fu warm up because I love kung fu, so might as well do my kung fu warm up. All right, first things first, we're gonna roll our wrists and our ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. Yep. Yi, sam, say, lo, jiet. Bak, gal, sa. Good. Shoulders forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. Yep. Yi, sam, say, lo, jiet. Bak, gal, sa. Good. Knees. 1, 2, make a circle. 3 big circles. Keep the heels flat. 4, 5, 6, keep those heels flat. 7 on the ground. 8, rotation. 9, and let's change directions. 1, 2, rotate the knees. 3, 4, you don't have to go as fast as me. 5, 6, 7, keep those heels flat. 8, 9, and 10. Howdy, everyone. Good. All right, so from here, now we're gonna turn the waist. So we're gonna turn the waist. 1, 2, the knee other way. 2, 2, other way. 3, 2, 4, 2, go man. 5, go man. 6, go man. 7, turn. 8, turn. 9, turn. 10, turn. Good. Now we're gonna stretch up, open up. 1, other side. 2, 3, 4, stretch. 5, get ready. 6, welcome to the cat. Hello, oval. Keep going. 8, 9, I think that's 10. Good. All right. We're going to put one arm out. The other arm, you can either reach under here and pull across the side. That's perfectly fine. I want you to work on dropping the shoulder here. We don't want that to raise up like this. So drop, and then we're going to pull across. Now, if this is too easy, we're going to grab with our elbow and then shake my own hand, and then we can stretch forward here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If this is too easy, then you raise it up to your nose, and then you start to stretch forward. 2, 3. If this is too hard, then just do your first one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. One arm out. We're going to pull across. If this is getting you a good stretch, go ahead and do this one. If this is too easy, you can raise up, grab your own hand, and then you stretch forward here. If this is too easy, pick it up, elbows up to the nose, And then stretch forward here. Yep. Yi, Sam, Say, Lo, Jit, Bok, Gao, Sup. 20 more. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, so our upper body should start feeling a little more loosey-goosey. Now, we got to do hip rotations. So we're going to rotate. Make sure when we do this, you want to feel it in each hip. So you rotate, and don't go too fast. Let it stretch out at first. 2, 3. This is going to be important because we're going to be really using our hips today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, chat. Welcome to the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotate. 6, 7. Isolate the joint. 1 more. Good. All right. Now we're going to open up our feet nice and wide. And we're going to start opening up each hip by kind of dropping a little bit like this towards in, just a little bit. And then we're going to push both knees open and squat. Now we're going to bring hands up and we're going to hold. Ready? Don't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 1. Bet you can't do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 1, 2. Push it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and get up. Good. Your legs should start feeling a nice, good burn. That is called horse stance. So horse stance, otherwise known as Ma Bu. Ma Bu will really target your glutes and your quads here. So we want to make sure when we're doing our Ma Bu, we don't want to go forward here, pushing knees forward. We want to open the knees and try and get them over the ankles, and chest up and squatting down into the hips. What this also does is this helps lengthen while also strengthening your hip flexors here. Super important for kicking. That way when you throw your kicks, you have the strength to bring them back and to kick up. All right, next stretch. We're gonna do a bow stance. So we're gonna start in our horse stance here. Now we're gonna turn bow stance. The back leg is gonna be one straight line all the way up to the hip. The front leg is bent, but does not go over the toes here. We want this in one straight line to the shin here, and we're gonna pull our chest up from the pelvis, opening up the knee, going forward here. So we get our stretch here, and our legs, using our leg muscles, you can get that from Icy Mike, our leg muscles, squeezing our glutes and holding this position. And I'm pushing back into the ground too, so it's a double force like this. And then I can turn my hip a little bit more for more of a stretch. Good, then we're gonna turn the other direction, so I move through my Ma Bu into Gung Bu, bow stance. See, straight leg, knee is locked out, but we don't wanna, I don't want you to lock out your knee so much that it's in a dangerous area, but we keep that knee straight up to the pelvis here, and we tuck up here so we can get the stretch here. We're gonna close into this hip this way, but we wanna make sure we're extending back to the heel here too, and hold. This is solid. This is a solid stance. If this leg drops, when you get pushed back, this is weak. And hold, let it burn. Work those leg muscles. Before you can stretch, you have to warm up. Good, and up. All right, now we're gonna stretch forward. So arms up. We're gonna reach forward, stretching the hamstrings. If you notice, I'm not collapsing my chest down. I'm trying to keep some sort of straight line with my back here and turn on the hips. This might make your weight go a little bit more towards the toes, but you'll get a longer stretch back through the calves and the hamstrings here. Now, if you need to, you absolutely can release the back to here. This will release here, but if you keep it engaged here, then you get more of an engagement with them too. And release. And we're gonna go up. Getting a nice good stretching before we start blasting the bag. All right, good. Let's check chat real quick. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am the Muffin Man. Have you seen this guy? I love my muffins. Please don't get an injury from exercising too much, sir. Oh, I'll try. All right, let's see here. Let's see, how many months are you? Oh, yeah, 8? No, just kidding. Gotta have fun. What's funny is I do work. Never mind. We're not even gonna talk about what my day job is. All right, here we go. So now that we've started to warm up our legs a little bit, now I want you to pick your knee up, grab your knee, grab your ankle, pull up to the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let go of the hands and hold it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 6, 7, 8. Squeeze. 9, 10, and drop down. Now we can grab the other leg, grabbing the knee, grabbing the ankle, and pulling up. Then I'm going to squeeze in and hold for 5 seconds first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to squeeze my hip flexors. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going. 8, 9, 10, and down. Good. We need that up. That way when we're fighting here, if someone does a kick at us, we want to be able to pull up. We can turn out, but you need to have this nice and strong, especially if you're throwing knees too. That way when you get your knee, you don't just have to go here, right? You can make it stronger here. All right. Let's do one more Kung Fu stretch. One more position here. One more stance. So this one, if you notice, everything starts in Ma Bu, right? We start in our horse stance here. Look at those white legs. Wow, that's bright. Oh, I did not get too much sun this summer. All right, so we're here. I'm gonna open my hip and straighten this leg. As I do this, I'm gonna drop down into my hips, but I'm gonna drop into this hip more. So I'm gonna turn a little bit and drop down, opening this knee, getting a stretch like I'm doing a side kick. And you hold. Keeping the back heel flat for this one. This isn't a Cossack squat. We want to have a strong base. And making sure the knee is opening towards the hip. We don't want it to collapse in. That will put pressure bad on the knee. And let it stretch. And other side. If you need to push off the ground, that's perfectly fine. Ooh, let it release. So I like to kick a little bit like this. Now back to horse stance. Now we're going to drop on the other side, straightening one leg, opening this up, turning my hip and pelvis just a little bit this way, and dropping down sideways. Ooh, get that stretch. If you need to place your hands on the ground, that's perfectly fine at first, but we want to eventually work up to where we can hold. Ooh, breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Ooh, ah. I like to kick my legs a little bit, raising the heels to move out those hip flexors. All right, good. Hello chat, welcome, welcome. Punch the number, bro. It's coming up. It's coming up. I am the Muffin Man. All right. Good, good, good. All right. Hi, Opal. You're not going to like that chair here in a moment. All right. So let's get... interesting game. All right. Sorry, I scrolled too much. Let's continue. So what we're going to do next is now we're going to start doing the hip mobility drill that has really helped me get my question mark kick to do somewhat acceptable. People actually like it. It's probably my best kick. And like I said, today's a roundhouse kick focus day. So we're doing stuff that focuses on our hips and bettering our roundhouse kick. So, hi Opal, you're not going to like this anymore. All right, just figuring out the best angle. Here we go. So, you're going to need an assist for this one, right? I'm actually going to move this a little further back. So we're going to need an assist for this one here. So I went ahead and grabbed my office chair. It was just easier to move than getting everything else set up. So I'm going to go ahead and put my foot on this chair. Now you can do it at whatever level you're at. We're going to do this 3 different ways. We're going to go forward, then our hip's going to turn sideways, and then our hip's going to turn back all the way down like this. And then we're going to go back through them here. So let me show you. So I'm fighting here. I don't even care what your hands do, right? Because this is a stretching mobility. But I'm going to put my foot up on the chair. Here. So I have my foot in a front kick position here. This foot slightly turned out 45 here. Now, from here, I'm going to rotate my leg, but I don't want to just rotate here, right? Because if you notice, my bottom foot didn't turn out. I'm closed here on my hips. What I want to do, because we're working on the pivot, is I'm going to turn on this foot here all the way. Now my foot is facing away from my target, and I'm in a sideways roundhouse kick. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hip down this way. Now I'm going to turn back up to side kick or roundhouse kick. Then I'm going to open back up to front kick. Good. That's the full drill here for the beginner drill. We have our foot up on our bar, couch, chair, whatever you have. You turn one into round kick. Then you turn a little bit more to back. And I'll explain why we do that in a minute. And then I go back up to round, then back up to front. Let's do this 3 times. All right, so we're in our front kick position. I'll give you 5 seconds to get there. Now I'm going to turn and pivot, round kick, and stay up. I have to control with the chair, sorry. Now I'm going to turn down into retreating here. This is in case they grab your round kick. All right, what do you do if they grab your round kick? If they grab your round kick, you turn and pull the leg out. So in order to do that, I told you you went like this. There you go. So in order to do that, right, so if I throw my round kick, they grab it, you should be totally sideways here, right, up. So if they grab my roundhouse kick, I need to pull my kick out. So you do that, and people complain about the pull here when that happens. So you do that by turning your hip. So we practice all 3 positions, right? We're getting our stretch in our front kick position, forward. We're getting our hip turn. That was a hop, that wasn't a pivot. Sorry, I want to pivot. Pivot, Then from here, down. Then back up and over. If you want to get a better stretch, you can add a squat. So you can squat 1, you can pivot, squat 2, turn. Get that squat on your lunge, back to round, back to front. Oh, your posting leg gets a workout. Now that is such a good one to turn and go here. Yeah, so it's such a good drill, right? That way, when you do kick something, all right, my hip is open, which we'll do the other side in just a second. I'm just giving you a quick break. In Kung Fu, we practice both sides. So now, with that activated, I can think about using those muscles that I was finding like a little strained, right? So I want to use those that were being activated. So I'm here, when I turn my kick and I step forward, now I should be able to open my post leg and pivot a little bit more so I can turn it in. Now this is super important when you do your question mark kick, because you have to go from here, if you're doing how I do it with an instep kick, all the way over. So with the question mark, it's super important to pivot the hip. You have to turn that hip, and you have to be able to move with the back leg, right? I'm engaging with the back leg to throw the kick too. This opens the hip into where you can kick. Yeah, trained by Steven Seagal. Yeah, that's true. Very cool. Sponsored by Tylenol. Hey, Tylenol was invented after autism. I'm just gonna say that straight up. So if you believe any of that bullshit, you're done. Just saying. All right, so let's do the other side, right? So now I have to do my right side. So here is my right side. I put up, all right. Let's see, there we go. Trying to get the chair to not move, all right. So from here, I'm gonna turn, round kick. Oh, see there? This side needs a little more help. If you need a back assist, that's perfectly fine to hold on to. Now I'm gonna turn one more. Then I turn back up, opening the hip. Then I turn even more. Oh, get it, turn it. Turn, there we go. So, again, I'm gonna turn my hip, round kick. Now I'm gonna turn down to escape the kick, or escape the grab. Now I'm gonna pivot back up, opening on my hip here, too. Not just here, you gotta turn back up, open. Now from here, I'm gonna pivot back to front. Wow, my pivot back to front's even way harder. Probably because the chair's moving. All right, 2 more times, let's push it. So we pivot 1, boom, round, or side, or whatever. Turn back, escape the kick, pull the kick from their arm. Side kick back. Ooh, I like that, we're gonna add that one. So we pull from a pull to a side kick. Front kick. All right, last one. Whoop, whoop. Come on. Yeah. All right, there we go. Almost lost my balance. Ready. Turn. Sorry, fixing my form. Turn one more. Side kick. Front kick. All right. I'm telling you, if you start adding that drill to your regimen, it will really open up the hips. You'll gain the ability to really be able to pivot on your back leg, which is one of the secrets to throwing good roundhouse kicks. You don't have power unless you can pivot on that back leg. So just something to think about. That drill I got about a year ago from Gabriel Vargas. you know, the world champion kickboxer. He's also on YouTube here. He's got like millions of subscribers. I think he also did a recent video for that. So go check out his version too. He adds that squat in there, which is really, really good. Again, he did that years ago, and so I've been following that one. Yeah, find what you can from people who know, right? If you find something that's good that's not taught in your system, bring it into your system on your personal practice. All right. No, I wish I'm 4.5 years sober. So, haha. Head kicks are perfectly fine. Yeah, head kicks. Head kicks work extremely well. Yeah. Ah, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Howdy, howdy. No, no worries. Yeah, no, I'm just this guy, man. This is who I am sober. That's the scary thing. That tells you right there kind of the insane person I was when I was, you know, being an addict. So, it's crazy how okay at Kung Fu I got. But I look back at it and I wonder how much better could I have gotten if I didn't have that distraction of the alcohol, the drugs, all of that. So now that I'm 4 years sober, I'm playing a little bit catch up on kind of what I want to do with my life now, right? Because I'm old already. I'm not that old. I'm 38. Prime time to really put it into practice. So that's how we're pivoting, right? I gave you a little break there, so let's continue moving on to the kicks. Now we're going to be doing round kicks, right? All of our roundhouse kicks. There's a couple different versions of roundhouse kicks, right? We have the snappy kick where you can lead with the front leg and you snap, kind of like a point fighting kick, right? Or a low kick. You can use those for groin kicks, real small shots low to kind of drop the hands, right? So you can do skipping into your punches. Then we have more of a swinging roundhouse. Now this is a snapping swinging roundhouse, so a rear leg roundhouse, right? So I'm here, I'm up, and I still snap the kick. Ooh, still warming up. So I'm up, and I try and snap and rechamber. That's really good too. You can develop a lot of power. Then you have the baseball swing, kind of like a Muay Thai style, is who I see uses this the most. Now the Muay Thai style is by far one of the strongest kicks. They have amazing power behind their kicks. So with this one, it's more of a swinging kick, right? So you put a little more hip into it. And that is where that hip push really is important, right? I'm not just snapping the foot here. This has to pivot in order to bring this hip around in full force. Especially since it's swinging now, right? It's not coming up and turning. It's not a quick snap. So we want to swing it. Up, then over. Up, then over. I don't care what you do with your hands at first. So many people are going to be like, oh, you need your hands both up. Oh, you need your one hand swinging. Oh, you can't drop. Why are you swinging your arm? Everyone's going to tell you something different. Main thing is that if you do swing, keep the back hand up, right? You want to keep this hand up. If you don't swing, do what you want. You can guard here, right? You can change to guard groin, to hopefully not get kicked in the groin. But do what you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 snapping roundhouse kicks first. Then we're going to do 5 swinging roundhouse kicks. First, right side in front, kicking with the left leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now swinging, cutting through, cutting roundhouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's left side. That's kicking with the left. Let's kick with the right. Now you get to see my hip injury. So this right here is not going to be very happy, but it'll be okay. I'm going to be just focusing, kicking the ribs until my hip starts to get better. That way I'm not like doing kind of this whipping down kick. I don't want that. I want a full cut. So even on the snapping. All right, roundhouse kick. Ready? Snapping. 1. Ooh, not so good this side. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Now swinging. So chopping across. Ready? 1. Okay, maybe it is a little higher. 2. That's still a little down. Maybe the 4 is where I should be going. 3. 4. 5. There we go. There's a couple roundhouse kicks. Again, slowly build up, keep on going. Close your shoes. Yep, gotta set it up. Yeah, roundhouse kick is one of the best. Everyone does it. That's why, you know, if you notice, what works is shared between the styles, right? Every style has a jab. Every style has a reverse punch, a cross, whatever you want to call it. Every style has a side kick, a front kick, and a roundhouse. Because they work, right? And so specific things work. We all have two legs, 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 elbows, you know, hopefully. So yeah, very cool. All right, so that's roundhouse kick 1. Now we're gonna work on the abductor muscle here. So how do we do that? How do we do that without just doing, you know, leg raises, right? Holding out and pumping. That's a really good exercise, but it's not hitting anything. So if we want to hit something, what we're going to do is we're going to do a low-high roundhouse kick. So from here, I'm going to step in like this, a pendulum step here. When I pendulum step, I'm going to kick 1 snapping low roundhouse, the second one up to the head. Now with a front leg roundhouse, a lot of times you don't have as much power as the swinging roundhouse, right? So it has to be a pop pop, right? You may not get a good knockout with this one, but it may set up for a future, or who knows? Maybe you catch them right and you have a really good roundhouse and you can knock them out. I've seen people with crazy power. So we're gonna start here, fighting stance. 1, 2, then back, ready, go. 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 Remember, we're focusing on engaging here. Go. 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 Good. Other side. Now you'll see where I'm weak. Ready. Go. Go. See, I'm falling here because my post leg is like this, so my butt's going here. I need to get that. Go. Better. Engage. Go. 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 Come on. Don't fall. Go. Good. Good. Nice little drill there. So you can go low, high, roundhouse kick, right? You can do low, high with the back hand too, or the back foot too. All right, you can go here. 1, 2. Try and get them to bite, thinking that you're kicking their leg. So something to think about. All right. So we've done snapping roundhouse, swinging roundhouse, low, high roundhouse kick. Next one I want to do is the question mark kick. All right. Yeah. Whew. Sorry, guys. A little gassed. All right. All right. Next one, question mark kick. So I love the question mark kick. Again, it's just recently been kind of one of the ones I'm good at. And I swear, it's because of that drill that Gabriel Vergara's, whatever his name is, Gabriel V, he showed me on YouTube. He didn't show me, but he showed us on YouTube, and I implemented it, and it's changed a lot of things here. Now, if you're at a good Muay Thai gym or good, the Muay Thai gym might also do the same thing. Good here. But yeah. I was trying to do it in the air, but that was so weird. It threw me off. Okay. Anyway, so question mark kick. We're going to do it here. We're going to go 1, instep kick. Then the second kick, I'm going to go like I'm going to instep. I'm going to reach out. I really do reach out like I'm going to hit him. And then I change it to go up to the head. So with the bag here, when I first go, I'm going to go boom, 1. Then I'm going to go 2. I'm a little close. So 1. Now I move back. Ready to fight, I go again. And then to the head. This is the highest I've ever put it. So that tells you some flexibility is starting to come back. So, finally my head height. Finally. And I'm 5'6", I'm short. So, that tells y'all a lot. All right, anyways. So now I'm gonna go instep. Then instep. Roundhouse kick. Question mark kick. So, if you're doing it without the bag, you're gonna go 1, 1, 2, and down. And you can spin, I don't care. Right now we're working on 1, 2 with the hip. All right, let's question mark. All right, boom. Ready, instep, question. I barely instepped. Instep, question. Come on, hip, turn. Turn that post leg. Ready, instep, question. A little better, but off balance. Ready, instep, question. Felt better that one. All right, make sure your post leg's turning. Ready, instep, go, go. Anybody see me kick myself there? I went. Make sure you don't kick yourself. Whew. Last one. Instep. Roundhouse. Good. Keep it up, everyone. Hope we're having fun. I'll do a 540 here in a little bit. 540 is at the end once I'm done with that. Yeah. King Herc. That's a myth. It depends on what you're doing, right? If you're really, you can knock out with the foot. It depends on how far they are, man. That's a silly myth. All right. Please try his train kick, the fake kick to knock out the Oto Machida. You might submit me. Capo Ramen, if you grab me, I don't have much takedown defense. Oh, I'll have takedown defense. I don't have anything if you do get me down. So if you get me down, I might be screwed. So yeah. That sucks, King Herc. Oh, I mean, of course, it's higher risk, of course, right? But I've been kicking stuff for the longest time. And I will tell you, when I kick someone's elbow, we all know how bad that is. That is one of the most painful feelings ever, right? Yeah. So, I like this one. With the round, right? 1, 2, right? So, oh, and by the way, I am hitting a lot with my shin, King. It's just the angle of it, since it's kind of rounded here. You don't see that my shin is actually kind of hitting first on some of them. Some of them it is total foot. So yeah. What I tell people is that you should use the foot if you're doing like the tag game, right? The point sparring, because you're not trying to knock out your opponent, right? If depending on the level you're at. If you're doing full contact, hit with the shin. I can agree, hit with the shin, because that will have the density to cause, you know, more force to go through. So use your foot if you're doing point sparring. Yeah. Who cares? So what if I am? I know plenty of gay people who are stronger than most people. So yeah, great. They do. Yeah, and if you're already always sparring with foot guards, then you're not conditioning. But you should also be conditioning, right? You should be conditioning your feet, which you do. If you kick the bag, that's conditioning, right? If you punch the bag, that's conditioning, even if you got gloves on. All right, I'm getting stuck in my combo. Anyways, so now we're gonna do, roundhouse kick, spinning heel kick, right? Roundhouse kick, spinning heel kick. Forget the bag. We don't even want the bag for this one. Now the roundhouse spinning heel kick can take if you don't know a spinning heel kick, you should probably work on spinning heel kick first. So spinning heel kick, you want to turn and look over your shoulder. When I look over my shoulder this way, I'm going to throw my leg up here, and I'm going to whip my body around here. Oh God, it's so hard to do slow. So now you put it all together, right? So I want to turn, whip down, and cutting across. Now you can push forward with your hip, with your rear leg roundhouse kick. Here, fighting stance. You can go roundhouse, spinning heel, across. So you roundhouse kick them, then you spinning heel kick them. When you do that, you gotta make sure you pick up that knee, snap, snap. And if you notice, it's a cutting roundhouse, right? We're not doing our snapping roundhouse as much. You still chamber and kick, but it's not a snap and hold. You want to cut across so you can get to your next kick. So up, the foot comes up, you turn and go around. And it's super important that you learn to pivot, because if you can't pivot, you can't get to the kick. Make sense? Everyone make sense? Hello, monkey. Hope you had your banana today. Yeah. What is the real world application? So, depends on which one you're doing, right? They're all fighting applications. Now, and I am a Jedi Master. I have my lightsaber somewhere. No, I'll put on my robes. So with roundhouse spinning heel kick, you can even just step in, right? You don't even need to throw the roundhouse. You can step, spinning heel, even though that's a little harder, because what you have to do from a step is from here, now I have to go down and whip. Roundhouse kick, I already am a little bit back. So all I do is turn here. Now, if you notice in our warm-up, we did this drill. There's a specific reason for every drill I do, because it comes out of an application, right? We don't just do warm-ups. We do warm-ups that come from stuff that will help us be better at the technique. So when I turn, look at that. I'm turning here. The waistline has to turn and I look over. So when I throw my kick, 1, 2, and you can cut all the way back to here if you want, so you can go for your next kick or whatever you want to do. That is my breakdown of the roundhouse spinning heel kick. Yeah. Okay, Eternal. Thank you. I won't hurt myself. I've been doing this longer than y'all, so it's, yeah. Jump, fake kick, simultaneous spinning heel kick, please. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. So what that is one of these. Kick, kick, right? That you see like Tony Jaa and those wushu masters do. And I'll be the first to tell you, I have some wushu in me, right? I can do some cool jump kicks, but that one's not. Yeah, yeah. It's cool, nobody. You can be as rude as you want. It doesn't bother me because I know who I am. All right. So, next one I like to do is our axe kick. And this is going to tie into a roundhouse kick, so that's why it's in today's lesson. So the axe kick is where you kick up kind of like a high heel kick, right? But to do this, I want to shuffle my feet first. Now, when you shuffle, you shouldn't turn your body here. This is not a shuffle. This is a switch, right? A shuffle is where I swing my feet like this. Boom, 1, right? Some people will split it up, 1, 2, and move. What this does is this gets you forward on that front foot right away. Some people will shift and keep both feet on the ground here. I don't like this one as much unless you're kind of using it for a fake, right? Because here you're already going if you need to go, right? When you're here, it could be used for an axe kick. So I'm gonna shuffle, axe kick down. When I shuffle this way, feet down, it's already planted so I can kick here. I'm not pushing off the ground to move forward. So we're gonna shuffle feet and then down, just like that. So here, I'm gonna shuffle, 1, 2, chopping down. Again here, when I shuffle and I do my kick, oh, I did the wrong shuffle. When I shuffle here and I do my kick up, when I chop down, I'm not gonna hit with my heel. I hit with the ball of my foot, here. What this does is I can push off the ball of my foot here to pick my knee back up for a head kick. You can turn it into a round kick, front kick, whatever you need to do. A push kick, right? You can go shuffle, push, and push them way back. You can go shuffle, axe, side with a skipping side kick to push them back. Or you can just nail them with the axe kick. Hit them right on top of the bridge of the nose here, right? Shuffle, boom. I just saw someone get nailed with an axe kick on, it was circling around TikTok or something like that. Gets smashed in the face with an axe kick in MMA. Guy's done. Guy's done with the fight. It's over. So if you can land it, because not enough people throw it, it works, right? Now, once people start getting used to it, like the Superman punch, you're gonna see it all the time. So here, you can also throw the punch here. Punch. When you do that, that makes them either, especially if you have the bigger gloves, maybe they can't see as much for that kick now, all right? So if you're here, you can distract, axe kick, chopping down. Then you can distract, axe kick, roundhouse. Then you can distract, axe kick, push kick. Then you can distract, axe kick, roundhouse, side kick. Then you can just distract, axe kick, jump, the axe kick. All right? You got a lot to do from there. Now you've just shuffled so many times, right? Right? Now you can shuffle, Superman punch, because they think you're gonna kick. Now you can shuffle and just uppercut. But you set it up, right? So with the shuffle axe kick. My favorite drill is shuffle side kick. So I'll shuffle axe kick, skipping side kick. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll do this for the axe kick, right? Their foot doesn't move, but they lean back. Now they're prime range for that side kick to hit in. So when you're here, you can shuffle, boom, and move in with that skipping side kick, hitting with the heel to the ribs. Very, very fun. Very fun. Yeah. Yeah. Raw meat eater. He's... Okay, raw meat eater. Who cares? Ulberg might take it. Just throw leg kicks and then 1, 2, head kick over the shoulder and see coming. Wonder Boy. Yeah, Wonder Boy's awesome. I mean, there's the efficient stuff, right? And then there's the fun stuff. And the fun stuff sometimes works. You see it all the time in MMA, and they're like, whoa, you know, when you see one of those crazy knockouts. It's because it's something that people aren't expecting. So some of those fun stuff, people are like, oh, it's just fun, it never works. And then they do it in the ring like a tornado kick, and it works. So I don't believe anything. Well, no, there's some stuff that won't work, but you know, that no-touch stuff. I do Tai Chi, I know better. Yeah, everyone has a plan until they punch in the face. I real fight. You are dead before you even... No, they're so funny. What martial arts do you practice? Real fighters don't talk like that, by the way. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, very cool. So, now let's do some jump kicks. So I was showing a lot of roundhouse kicks. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and close up the stream first. Not the stream, but the workout portion. So that was my breakdown on roundhouse kicks drills and the breakdown on how to start working the hip rotation here so you can start getting your kicks even when they're caught, you can drag out, or when you're good enough, you can do your high kick, right? You can do your 1, 2, or you can do your hook kicks, right? You can do your spinning back kicks. It all is about the hips. It's all in the hips. So just so you all know. And knowing's half the battle. All right, so anyways, I can talk about Kung Fu all day. I want to show some. So the people in the comments that talk about, oh, this doesn't work in a fight, this doesn't work in a fight, that's cool. I'm not always fighting. Sometimes I do Kung Fu to have fun. And that's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt someone if you're having fun and it's healthy and it's productive. All right? So I don't care about the naysayers. Now, the next one I'm going to do is called jump spinning outside crescent kick. The prerequisite to this, you need to have an outside kick, you need to have a spinning outside kick, and then you have to have a jump spin where you pick your knees up. I don't want them down. This isn't a pop-up, right, where the leg stays down. We're going to pick both knees up. So I jump, tuck, and down. Once you have those three prerequisites, then we can move on to the jumping outside. The jumping outside. Now, I don't care if you need to step into it. That's perfectly fine. Stepping into it's a perfectly thing, right? Eventually, you're going to start jumping from here and just going and build those muscles even stronger as a great drill. But for this one, we're going to step with our back leg forward here. Now, from here, my arms are wound up here to my left. I'm going to throw my hands and turn my waist here. Hey, look. See that warm-up drill we did? So I come up. As I come up, I'm going to put my right hand out. That way I can kick with the right foot, right? If you're good enough, you don't need to put the right hand out. You can do it without the right hand. Now, I'm going to step, jump, and throw the kick. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do it. Jumping outside crescent. If you notice, I landed on one leg. You should probably land on both. Let's try it again. All right, jumping outside without the hand. See? No problem. One more time. Jumping outside crescent kick. Ready? Go. I did something different in that kick. I tried to squat lower, then jump. It's a good exercise, but I didn't get near as much height. Let's do it again. Jumping outside. Last time. Ready? Go. Bah, bah. All right. There's a little double. Good. So that's jumping outside crescent kick. You need to wind and let it go. Make sure you squat first, bend the knees, and then jump. It's just like skateboarding. Jump kicks are just like skateboarding. You have to bend your knees in order to ollie. Once you bend your knees, now you have the space to push down into the ground where you can ollie and tuck your knee. Same thing with our jumps. We jump, but this time both feet up, same time, and then we tuck our knee up. So if you want to get really good jump kicks, start doing those tuck knee drills as you're jumping. No, you are just a hater, so you get put in timeout. Nobody gets put in timeout. 24 hours. Yeah, I don't care. Raw meat eater, you had any experience in any combat sports? Oh, they just talk. It's cool. Yeah, doing this for free. For here, I have a paid program. We all have paid programs, right? I have an online program where you get one-on-one coaching for traditional martial arts, right? All the deep Kung Fu stances, all of the movements here. So all this Kung Fu stuff, I teach online also. I also have a Tai Chi class and a Kung Fu class in person. So that's what I do. This has been my whole life. Even though there's people who talk trash, they don't know what they're talking about, right? All right, so I just did a spinning outside. I want to do the opposite because we were just spinning that direction. I want to spin this direction now, but I'm going to do this one. A lot of people already know this. This is a tornado kick. There's so many different versions of a tornado kick. You can throw roundhouse kick. You can throw inside crescent. I like to throw a sideways inside crescent kick, wushu style, and land on the same leg that I jump off of. I'm going to kick with and land on. So I'm going to jump, kick, land on the same foot. This is called, now in wushu they call it a 540, but I really don't think that it's actually a 540. All right, here we go. Here's one. Let's try it again. All right. I don't know if that was in frame. I don't know. I went all the way over there. Yeah, very fun. Love boxing. Boxing. Bah, bah, bah. Very fun. Yep. Those are Kung Fu trophies, not bowling. I also have tons of medals. Here's just a couple. Here are just some different. Oh, that fell on my foot. That's fun. Yeah. No, I compete. I've already done all the stuff that y'all wish y'all done. That's the thing. Most people who talk trash are talking from a non-expert level, right? So yeah, just a little fun there. Yeah. Yeah, the International Chinese Martial Art Championship circuits. That's what market sold those. You know, that's also where I got my grand championship. So, hey, doot doot. Hope everyone's doing good though. Yeah. Do you hook one? Ignore the crazy. Oh, I do. What belt? I have a belt. I have a black belt. Like, it's fun. I'm not worried about it. It's about fun. And if you're not having fun, what are you doing, right? Continuous tornado kicks. And then let's go backwards. And then let's do a butterfly kick. And then, let me catch my breath. I'm a little dizzy. Woohoo! So what's your favorite martial art? I've been talking about my favorite martial arts. What are y'all's favorite martial arts? Yeah. Very cool, Charlie. Show the black belt. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. People up here being like, you're not a black belt. They don't even know. It's over here with my katana. Here's my, in Kung Fu we do sashes, right? So here's my black sash. I got it over 12 years ago. So big news on testing. That's gonna come up later, but big news coming soon. So. Who does nunchucks? Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu guy, hell yeah. No gi, hell yeah. Jiu-Jitsu's scary, guys. I'm not, I'm not gonna say that I used to think, I was like, oh man, they're just going on the ground. It's so boring. What are they doing? And then, I sparred with a Jiu-Jitsu guy who was like, hey, do you mind if we add the ground? I was like, sure, why not? You'll never take me down. I had pretty good takedown defense, but you can't beat every takedown. And once he got me down, man, he tied me up so fast. And the thing is, he didn't just do it once, right? We did multiple rounds. He did it a couple times. And so ever since then, my entire opinion of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and ground game and all that was changed, right? It takes one, right? Yeah, so there you go. Here we go. Karate and emo mixed. Yep, that is me. Except I do Kung Fu. Except nunchucks are karate, so until Bruce Lee got a hold of them, then they were whatever you wanted to make them do. Oh, I don't like that one. This chain's too big, so I can't do any of the cool spins. I like that foot one. Ah, I got it. That's the problem with these types of nunchucks, is that they, I think it went back, there it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, I really got that one. I can glue it later. Yeah, these are the mom chucks. My dad does martial arts, so they're not mad about the karate in the basement. No. So I do want to show y'all one more thing. Do I have it here? Yeah, there it is. Cool. All right, so this is my 9-section weight. Now this is true Kung Fu. So I just thought I would show a couple things. What would you recommend for a beginner martial artist? Do what your coach says. Find a coach, right? The martial art is good, right? But the coach is what's important. If you find a coach that you jive with and that you like and has the knowledge, I mean, follow them as much as you can. That's the main thing. And find a place that you'll show up to. I'm sorry, if that coach that you want is an hour away drive, you're not going to show up. It doesn't happen unless you're already deep into it. So find someone that you jive with, and that second thing is that's close enough that you'll show up to. That's real advice. Forget about the techniques and stuff. Just start practicing showing up. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tristan. So you can find me on Facebook at Sifutex, Sifutex, or Eric Big Tex Emmert. Sorry, that's the one. Eric Big Tex. Look that up. That is my Facebook. My online programs, all stuff like that. I should have linked it in the description, but I didn't. Reach out to me. You can also find me at sifutex@gmail.com. Reach out to me, and I'll get you information on the online program. It's fun. It's all fun. What martial arts do you do? I do. Yeah, Seafood Tex. SIFU Tex. Yeah, Seafood Tex. Nice. I had a Sifu named Russell at one point too. And yeah, he could kick anyone's face off. It was crazy. Yes, this is a overhead light breaker. The good thing is that I'm short, so being short gives me a little bit more opportunity to do these crazy weapons inside of a small building here, right? So the fact that I can do this in this small room is pretty fun. Cool. So that's that one. Switching over to a little bit more of the Japanese side, we have the sai. Now this is not one that I'm good at. I have a couple of techniques at, but if you go find a karate guy, they have way more, see, I'm fumbling right there. They have way more skill than I do. But you can block, you can strike, you can chop. Hitting with the back end. Now these aren't supposed to be sharp, right? These are not a blade. They can come to a point, but they're supposed to be hard whips, right? Breakers and catchers of the sword. So you can hit someone. It was made for police officers. That way they could beat people up without killing them and cutting them up. So that's a little, the police started to really use them. I think it might have been a farm tool at one point, but I don't know how that would have come about. So I don't know that much. All right, that's the sai. We're just gonna go through them, why not? All right, this is what people commonly mistake as a katana. This is not truthfully a katana. It's a katana replica called an iato. An iato is your tool that is not truthfully a katana. It can be a dull katana, right? And so that's your iato. So it's your tool, right? You can also use a bokan, which is the wooden one. And if you're not practicing katana, then do not use a sharp one because you're going to cut yourself. Now I'm not practicing katana, but I'm practicing every other weapon that I can think of. So I don't have a problem running katana stuff with a live blade, but I still don't, because it would be silly to run it with a live blade if you're just kind of working out, right? So the great thing about the katana is you can do all these cool, fun little quick draws, right? So you can quick draw. Ah, see, I beefed it right there. See, told you, not that practiced yet. Also, I don't have the proper, I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's called a kimono, but the proper garb, because this is supposed to rest. I'm not supposed to have it in my left hand. But if you're walking, you can absolutely do quick draws. My favorite one is the underhand draw, where you cut and back, right? Which I don't think any of this is realistic to what I'm going to be doing in real life, but it's fun, all right? I get to play as a kid, like back in the day. So I like this one. Where you come under. So for this one, you start. I'm going to reach under with a reverse grip. And I pull out the sword a little bit, so when I draw, I can double draw this way. When I double draw, I'm going to step out here as I draw the sword, cutting horizontal. Then when I cut back, I'm going to cut down. Now this can be either cutting out here and then blocking a spear, and then you put it away. All right, so you can step, cut, and block, or you can cut, cut. Ah, see, I keep missing it. I am out of practice. Fun stuff, a lot of good stuff to practice. And why do we practice with weapons, right? Because I don't think I'm ever gonna be out there like, let's go with a sword. That's not reality, right? Those pew-pews will get you. So the reason that we practice with weapons is for body mechanics, the workout. It's engaging. I have fun when I do it. So anything that gets me engaged to move my body, right? That's what you need to find in order to live a healthy lifestyle. You don't have to go to the gym, even though the gym is amazing, you should go. But you can find an activity that keeps you active. That's 101. How do you see all these people who are out with high energy and having a great time? It's because they do fun stuff. They found the fun in life. All right. Now, probably my most difficult weapon is the 3-sectional staff. The 3-sectional staff is just what it sounds like. It's a 3-section that has a staff on it. Or, sorry, it's a staff that is in 3 sections, right? So you can use them as striking tools, right? Sticks, clubs, to block and attack. Or you can use it as a flail with both sides. So there's plenty of techniques that should keep you engaged with the 3-sectional staff. This weapon, I cannot stop and be distracted with it. I have to keep the momentum going to be able to do the techniques here, especially this one. If you notice, on this technique, I'm doing a figure 8 with this one here, kind of an infinity sign. Now with the back one, I'm gonna be, see, I got distracted. I'm gonna throw it on each side. So I'm striking with the back as I'm blocking or attacking with the front. It just adds an extra thing. Now, if you want to make it even more difficult, you go above the head. Oh, see there, the first time I've hit the ceiling with this yet. So maybe that one I can't do in here. Finally found the technique. So that's the 3-sectional staff. I'm also not going to do my forward spins because of ceiling. Now, this weapon is, and see, this is what I love, right? If you can't tell, I'm still going on and on about the weapons, not giving a care about the comments because this is what I love. Now this is my rope dart. Why is it so big? Why is my rope dart so big, and why does it have a Kevlar rope on it? It's because I'm gonna be doing it in fire. I'm gonna set it on fire, that way I can spin, shoot out, do all my spins, shoot out, do my wraps. Around, 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 oh my goodness. Now some of these I'm not gonna be able to do with the fire, right? Because I can't touch the fire, but there's a little rope dart action, or meteor hammer. This is more of like a giant meteor hammer. Now if you put some spikes on it, oh man, that would be scary. Yeah, very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My people wear from Missouri. Hello, Missouri. Can you play Chinese swords? Yes, I can. No, Jake, it's perfectly fine. You do you, man. Not monkey fist. I do Mija Longhorn Kung Fu. Hello, New York. Thank you, Mushroom Man. This one I've been doing. So what's cool about this one and the 3-sectional staff, right, is I have to slow down. I can't stop thinking about what I'm doing with it. Otherwise, I get hit in the face. And so I actually use this one more for meditation. It's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. And my old one, you know, usually has a flag and a dart here. But working on the fire is going to be fun. So let me do some Kung Fu swords. Kung Fu sword. All right. So I don't have, this is my decoration gin. It's short if you can't tell. Probably should be for a kid. But I don't have my gin here, right? But the gin is our kind of straight sword weapon, right? It's our pokey, rapier. It also is good for slashing. It's not just for pokey. There's a big common misconception that all it can do is poke and it's supposed to be done like a rapier. But you can cut. This one, it can slash. You can cut out, boom, here. All of these cuts work because it's a double-edged sword. And so you can cut, up, boom, block, chop, press, cut, go for the wrist, lock up, lunge. You can also do all of your strolling. So strolling is what I call strolling is the famous moves that you'll see where they dip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, spin into their lunges and stuff like that. But one of the most famous ones from the wushu forms is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you cut into a twist stance. So it has this really cool behind the back here, and then you raise up. So the straight sword. Bah, 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 bah. Not bad. It's a fun thing. The straight sword is supposed to have double-edged, comes to a point. Point goes into the bad guy. That's what you need to know. You can also do your cuts, right? So you'll see the Tai Chi, they do a lot softer. But it's the same thing. You're learning wrist control. So you can circle. That is the Jin. Very Jin. It's spelled J-I-A-N. In English, we call it the straight sword. Yeah, there we go. That is the Jin. All right, I got one more. Since we're on the Kung Fu swords, might as well do another. All right, so this is my lightsaber, right? Because I also do lightsaber choreography and stuff for kids and families and stuff like that. A little lightsaber class. It's fun, people. What's funny is when you give someone a sword, they get a little nervous, right? Because there's a blade, right? Even if it's a not sharp blade, they're a little nervous. Now, if you give someone a little lightsaber, they go ham. They'll start swinging it around like crazy. And it's like, hey, whoa, guys. Like, we're still going to do the same techniques. Now it's just with a lightsaber. All right. Now, if you can't tell, this is my beast. This is my two-handed Jin. So a two-handed straight sword. I'll show you here real quick. Oh, I can't. Yep, there's the first hole in my ceiling. It's got some etching there. See the yin-yang? Yeah. And so, this guy is my big guy. Now, I'm worried about doing the techniques with this guy in here, but it has a lot of the same movements that you have with the straight sword. And we do our circles, to our cuts, then our dips, strikes, cut, down, sweep, up, it's pretty fun. I can't really do the big movements in here. Check out my YouTube. I have a lot of videos all over the shorts using a bunch of different weapons. So if you do like this stuff, go ahead and like and subscribe and all that cool, fun stuff. I can't believe I have to say that. Like and subscribe. All right. So that's the two-hander. Can't really do too much in here with that one, but you get the point. Now, this guy right here, if you notice, is real different from the other swords I've been doing. Crouching tiger, hidden snacks. The snacks aren't hidden, man. That's the problem. I need to hide the snacks. No. I'm actually down 30 pounds, so go fuck yourself. So yeah, here we go. So this sword, right, this is more of a performance sword. This comes from Wushu. Wushu is the sport kung fu where they do all the acrobatics, the jump kicks, the spins with the sword, move super fast. And it snaps if you can't tell. The snaps is so it makes a loud noise when you do your stabs. This also goes here. It's an attention grabber, right? I would not fight someone with this wobbly sword because it probably would get broken in a couple moves. You can absolutely cut someone still with these. It's just how many cuts are you going to get before the sword breaks, right? So, it's still a live blade. Well, it's still a blade. It's not a live blade, but it's so thin that it can cut. So be careful. Now, this one you're going to see a lot more flamboyant moves, right? You'll do a lot more spinning, less application. So we'll have our moves here. And where we run and jump, and we circle. You're also supposed to have a gymnastic floor for this one. You go here. Wushu saber. Yeah, so you can have fun. All that fun stuff. It's light, so you can do more performance-based martial arts with the acrobatics. Different than the other forms. The reason why Wushu did not make it into the Olympics is because Wushu is too similar to gymnastic floor plan. Too many acrobatics, run, jump, run, jump. All right, well, I am getting pretty tired. We're at the end of the stream. If there's any requests, put them in the comments below. Yeah. All right, ooh. No, I don't make up the moves as I go. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times there's forms. What you call forms or taolu. Karate calls them katas. It's a series of events. Think about it as like a book of techniques. It's just a visual book. And not every technique is applicable the way it's done in the book, right? You have to modify it for real life sometimes. But it teaches real life strength and stuff like that. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mortal non-combat. I don't have Cheetos in the house. The crazy thing is I don't eat that junk food. I don't snack. I'm not a snacker. The reason why I have this guy is because I was trying out a new diet, right? I tried to intermittent fast and I didn't know what I was doing and it fucking tanked my metabolism. I mean, I tanked it, right? I was eating like 1,200 calories a day, which absolutely was the worst decision of my life because what it did is it put my body, my resting metabolic rate, because it can adapt, right? We have the adaptive metabolic rate. It put it into survival mode and it adapted to using way less calories because I dumped them, right? I didn't slowly drop them and I didn't like do it the right way. So at the end of the night, it's not that I've been snacking. It's that at the end of the night, when I do have my meal, I was binging. I was doing a giant meal and I couldn't get enough of it. And so that screwed me up. I gained all this. So now what I'm doing is I'm doing what's called a reverse diet to reset my metabolism. I've been eating a little bit more on my calories, slowly building back up to 2K. At 2K, I'm gonna drop them back down to 1,800 calories a day. And then I'm gonna just sit on that because I'm 5'6". That's where I should be at when I'm not losing the weight or when I'm losing the weight. When I'm not losing weight and I'm trying to build muscle, I should be a little bit more, right? I should be around 22 to help get that extra protein and everything in. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's what I did. I screwed up. When you fail a diet, it's not just on, like, it's not because the diet, right? A lot of times it's not because of the diet. Sometimes it's a crappy diet, right? But a lot of times it's because you failed the diet. And it's not your, I mean, it is your fault, but there's also other things that go into it, right? So that one was not for me. So what I'm gonna be doing is having proper meals, right? I'm eating 3 meals a day and I'm watching my nutrients. I'm tracking my protein, making sure I get all my macros in, and I have meal plans because meal planning helped me getting back on track. And I have the most energy I've ever had. So yeah, nutrition's everything. Find a nutritionist or a coach. Yeah. Thank you, Hillbilly. It's fun. So my thing is, man, I don't care, right? People are gonna talk trash in the comments like they think that they know more or that they care. I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm a 38-year-old man. I don't care what other people think. I'd like to have fun. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just worked out, man. I'm soaked. I've been going for over an hour. We're at 83 minutes. This is one of the longest ones. Hey, thank you, Ghost. It's a fun channel. Oh, thank you, Mark. It's all about love. You gotta love yourself. When you get sober and you find love for yourself again, it's a whole new world. And I'm celebrating over 4 years sober now. I'm working on my 5th year. And man, is it just, when you take that, and not everybody has this, right? Not everybody's an addict, right? Some of y'all are what I call normies. Y'all can go out and have that drink and not turn into that person. I can't have one drink. I have to have more than one. And so, yeah. Also with the other stuff, I don't want to talk about it on here because that YouTube, don't want to get censored. But, there's other stuff. And yeah, gotta, 4 years sober. So that's my celebration. Kung Fu is life. Tai Chi helped me get sober. And I just want to share my love for myself and the world with all of y'all out there. And if y'all get to have a little bit of fun, even if it's just poking a joke at me here and there, that's great. Don't attack each other though. That's my one rule. When you start attacking each other in the thing, or if you're just being too much, I'll put you in timeout. All right. All right, everybody. I am going to do one last thing. And this last thing I do is usually what makes everyone run away from the live stream. I'm gonna do some Tai Chi to cool down. And I welcome you to watch the form and have fun. And you can make fun of it as you want. This is not for fighting. This is my cool down and motion and making sure my joints are lubricated and that I have nice and fun time. And I'm gonna be nice and peaceful. I want to thank everyone who joined me. everyone who's still here, whatever you're doing, if you're trying to get sober, if you've gotten sober, if you're thinking about getting sober, or if you've gotten sober in the past and you've relapsed, I'm proud of you. And if you haven't, I'm still proud of you. There's a little internal practice, a little bit of Tai Chi to calm me down. Pushing water. My name's Tex. I like to do Kung Fu and Tai Chi. The UFC champion. Oh, yeah. Uber amounts of static electricity. My hair, what? There it is, sticking up, yep. Yeah. Let me see here. Flip. How to dodge Glock 45. Obi, you don't. Obi, that us in the martial art world, most of us own pew-pews because I consider it another martial art. It's another tool or a weapon, right? So you gotta learn how to use it though, right? Make sure you take your class or you get educated on it if you own one of those. But you know, those win, duh. We know that. We just wanna be able to defend ourselves without the pew-pew. This is from exercise. Sorry, and this isn't my basement. This is actually my apartment. I'm in an apartment, so I'm glad it looks like a basement, but because that looks like it could be stairs over there, right? Yeah, so actually this is my apartment, and that's my kitchen back there. Yeah. His name and he appears. What's his name? I don't know. Could you show something? Oh, yeah, I'll show something. Sorry, we're kind of at the end of the stream, but I'll show something. All right, I'm gonna do a jump spinning outside crescent kick because I think that's my best one right now. I don't know if I have the ups anymore after the Tai Chi, but let's try it. Whoa, whoa. I went forward on that one. That was a good little stuff. Oh, there's one thing I haven't done today that I do every stream. Okay, cool. One last thing. All right, I'm gonna do my kip up, right? No. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. All right. Almost fell. I'm pretty tired. It's pretty close to the end. Oh man. See, y'all start throwing stuff out and it's so much fun to get back into it. That's cool, Digital. You can have your opinion. I don't care. Oh, snaps. Hello. Oh. Nope, that's my outdoor. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to figure that out, my Longhorn. Yeah, because it's on the reverse camera. So, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Exotics. We're ending the stream here soon. When I chop these up, I'll start flipping them back over because, yeah, definitely not doing it with the left hand. I should get, though. Yeah. No, only jokes. Keep rocking up. Thanks, Grant. Hey, if you have a joke, you have a joke, right? I'm not the person that going to be like, "Rawr, you have mean jokes." Hey, guys, I got one more like and still I'm at 100 thumbs up. So someone drop that like. It's the first time I would hit 100 likes on a live stream. So someone do that for me. Someone, please. Please, please, please. There it is. Yeah. You guys rock. Whoever did that. I don't know who did that, but someone did that. And you just made my day. That's my very first live stream with 105 likes. Oh, y'all are too kind. Look at that. That's awesome. Very cool. Awesome. I really appreciate y'all. I better close it out because we're at 90 minutes. I meant to do an hour and I need to eat some food. Crystal, what with the super chat there? That was not necessary, but thank you so much. You are my favorite person on the stream tonight. Yeah, I don't get super chats very often. I get maybe one a month. So just the fact that you wanted to do that makes me so happy. So, you know, it's about love, guys. Spread love and happiness to each other. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. I hope y'all see me next Friday. I'm gonna be here again, same time, 6:30 every Friday. We do a free Kung Fu lesson at the beginning, and then we have fun in the chat and just do a bunch of techniques and talk Kung Fu, workouts, all that stuff. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Get out there, have fun, work out, enjoy your life, do what makes you happy. Take care, y'all. Thank you, Zombie. I only saw the one. Was there another super chat, Zombie? Oh, I saw you dropped a like, yeah. Anyways, if it didn't pop up, and it's gonna pop up in a second, I'm sorry. But yeah, I better get going. Take care, guys.